Back to our developing story this morning.
Let's get right out to 7's Ralph Rayburn with the latest information. Ralph, what can you tell us?
We had police officers responding to the area of 79th Street, right off of 27th Avenue. You can see a police officer's helicopter lighting up the scene here as police officers respond. Here we go. We have police officers behind their vehicles here. They say that the suspect, a possible suspect sighting, you can see also police officers hiding behind a shield on the side of a building here, where there's the vehicle right there. That's the vehicle that they were pursuing. That's the Volvo, and they believe that vehicle is occupied. You see police officers right now making the approach to that vehicle. We're showing this to you live. We want to give you that warning, that cautionary warning that we always give you, that this is live, unedited video, and there's shots are being fired now. Shots are being fired at the vehicle as we keep the camera trained on it. Right there, you can see the police officers from the county, their helicopter lighting up the scene here. And they're telling the green and white officers, the officers in their vehicles, to stay clear of this area, that it's an area where shots are being fired, as we watch police officers attempt a takedown of a suspect believed to be wanted for the shooting of a Miami-Dade police officer earlier this morning. This all taking place. My GPS has not fired up yet, but I'll tell you that I can see 27th Avenue on one side. We're just a little bit to the northwest of the airport. You see that blue Volvo that we gave you a description of earlier, believed to be the second vehicle that the suspect took, originally stealing a police officer's vehicle and his gun after shooting him, and allegedly coming to the area of Hialeah, where he ditched that police officer's vehicle, that green and white vehicle, and got into a blue Volvo. You see again, you can make out the front seat of that vehicle. The doors slightly ajar there. We're in an apartment complex here. We've got officers, as we bring the camera back out here, you can see in all directions around here, and they're advising officers on the ground to watch the crossfire here. And it looks like the driver of the vehicle may still have his foot on the brake, because the brake lights of the car are on. It struck a tree there, as you can see. And we're just giving you an open narration of what we're seeing here as police officers try to bring this suspect into custody and neutralize this situation. All right, I'm hearing that shots have been fired. They are calling for the special response team, the SRT team. They have been amassing at Miami-Dade Community College there off of 103rd Street and 27th Avenue. That's where their command post was set up for the SWAT team to get their stuff together for immediate deployment. They are going to be sent out to this area. They're advising people in the neighborhood to stay indoors. You can see we have 2 uniformed police officers there on the driver's side. Now we see some motion from inside the vehicle. Saw the hands of what believed to be the driver there. We're going to go ahead and see if we can bump this up a little bit. I don't know if you're going to be able to see any more, but going to put the zoom in here for a second. There you go. And you can see the driver, or maybe make out the driver in that vehicle. We saw hands or some movement there of the driver in the front seat of that car, and the driver's seat of that Volvo there. I'm going to bring the camera back out here and leave it as it is right here. And we're going to toss it back to you for any comments.
Okay, Ralph, as we're watching these pictures along with you, we can recap for viewers what we know has happened so far. And obviously, this is still a developing story. And although the details are sketchy, we do know this. We know that an officer was shot in Northwest Miami-Dade. We know that the suspect reportedly took off with the cruiser. That cruiser was later ditched in Hialeah, where we have Adriana Hopkins covering that angle of the story. And then we're told that the suspect took off in his grandmother's Volvo, and that's the vehicle that we're looking at right now.
Yeah, so it seems like we have about 3 different scenes. Police have been all over town this morning trying to track down this suspect. We do not know for sure if it is the suspect in this vehicle. Right now, we do know that shots have been fired and that they have called in for reinforcements for the special response team. Ralph has been kind of guiding us through this.
Alexis?
Yes, Ralph.
Yeah, you can see there's shots being fired at the vehicle right now. They cleared the officers that would have been on the north side around the corner of a building, and we have heavy gunfire now from police officers at that vehicle, firing shots at the vehicle. We saw the ricochet of bullets coming off of both that tree, the vehicle, and the concrete light post that's on the other side of the vehicle. So police officers responding responding with gunfire, what appears to be heavier weapons gunfire at that vehicle right now.
And as we're watching these moments unfold, we can also tell our viewers, as far as that police officer who was injured, we do know that his injuries are not life-threatening. That is certainly good news. In fact, he was taken to the hospital by other officers.
We saw a video of him earlier this morning walking into Jackson Memorial's Ryder Trauma Center. That's where we have Sheldon Fox, who's been covering that angle of the story. So at this point, we do know that he was injured. It appears he was shot in the shoulder. But again, as Christine mentioned, we do believe he is going to be okay after this incident. As for what you're seeing live right now, this is the blue Volvo that we believe belongs to a relative of the suspect, perhaps the grandmother. We've heard reports of that. At this point, we do believe there's a driver in the car. We have not been able to 100% confirm if it's the suspect. But at this point, we do believe that the driver is the suspect. You see a police officer there approaching the car. Shots have been fired. They have called in for reinforcement for the special response team to come and help them there. At this point, we are watching this unfold live on our television.
And Ralph is there above the scene. Talk us through what you're seeing, Ralph.
Okay, as you see the officers there, as we said earlier, heavy weapons fire here, making a determination now that this situation, as far as the apprehension or bringing this person in, the police officers are giving the all clear here now that this person has been incapacitated by gunfire. They're waving off all the rest of the police officers. They're telling them that they don't need to, they can holster their weapons, that the situation here has been neutralized. We're receiving some reports that there may be a couple of officers that may have sustained some minor injuries. They're asking fire rescue to come to this area just to make sure that, well, let's see what we have here. Yeah, they're going to be guiding fire rescue in here just to make sure that there is no further injuries to police officers. But again, you watch this all unfold live through the lens of the Skyforce HD camera here. That blue Volvo that was being looked for and pursued by police officers came to rest here as it crashed into a light pole, into a tree behind an apartment complex. You witnessed the police officers arriving here on the scene, shots being exchanged between police officers and the driver of that vehicle, and it looks now like they have incapacitated the driver of the vehicle.
All right, if you're just tuning in, this is near 27th Avenue, near 79th Street. Police have been looking for this blue Volvo after a man shot at a police officer. That officer was taken to the hospital. The suspect then took off with the cruiser, dumped the cruiser, and we were told got into this blue Volvo, and that is how he ended up at 27th Avenue near 79th Street.